Hello! Welcome to Bigfoot Real Encounters. We're glad to have you stop by. We'd also like to take this time to invite you to share your encounter. You can send your stories to the email bfrealencounters@mail.com, where we will feature your story with all of the respect that it deserves. So send your stories in, bfrealencounters@mail.com. We look forward to hearing from you and your great stories soon.
The sound you hear is what some experts claim to be a Bigfoot scream. Recorded in the state of Washington by a group of campers in 1971, it is regarded as the highest quality audio of the creature ever captured.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Bigfoot Real Encounters. I thought I would just post today and have a kind of a little bit of a talk with you. As most of you, I've listened to a lot of other Bigfoot channels, and it seems like a lot of folks think that they'll never run into any of these creatures because they don't go deep into the forest. Well, let's just stop and think about that for a moment, if you would. Most of these sightings happen where people are because, well, you're a people and you saw it. Okay? That makes sense to me. It seems like these beings like to watch people. I have heard it said that the Native Americans call these beings the Watchers. Now, they must have gotten that nickname for a reason. Many reports are a Bigfoot standing behind a tree, peeking out, watching people. Now, they have to come near civilization to be able to do that, don't they? So these people were, many of them, in a campsite, some of them driving down the road. Actually, more encounters than not are people driving down a road at night, usually at night, and one of these crosses the road in front of the car. Sometimes just nearly missing the car. There have been occasions of stories that I've heard where they touched the car or slapped it. And of course, there are some rare occasions where they have been hit by a car or truck. Now think about this. It's nighttime. These are usually lonely roads. Once in a while it's a highway, but usually lonely country roads. Late at night, not much traffic, and you're a Bigfoot. You come up to the road. You look both ways. You see a car a quarter mile down. Excuse me there. Do you cross the road now and nobody sees you? No. I'm a Bigfoot. I'm going to wait until that car gets 100 feet away, then I will dodge across the road. Does that make sense to you all, guys? Not to me. Unless these beings want interaction with the humans. Maybe they're playing a game. Wouldn't that be interesting? So I guess the subject of this video is, will I see a Bigfoot? The chances are probably more likely than you think. You don't have to go deep into the woods in order to have a Bigfoot experience. Now, some of the evidences that I personally have seen of Bigfoot activity were in a area that has marked trails. It has a public interpretive building. They have, let me think, 6 or 7 nature trails. There's a large pond, and it is really, really well maintained. And yet, while walking these trails, they're generally approximately 1 mile or less long. I was doing this for my health and for the enjoyment of it, because I just really like to do it. It's not far from my home in Stark County, Ohio, and it was really nice. But as I walked, I saw a tree break. Yes, the tree was a maple, 2 inches in diameter, and it was snapped and twisted. A live tree. The twisted part was bent over, the tree top was touching the ground, and the leaves were still green. This was fresh. And the tree was not dead at the time of the damage. This was done by something strong. It was done by soft or padded hands, because claws could not do this without marking it up, and it would take opposable thumb and grip in order to twist like it did. There was no wrench tools or markings of any kind on it. As well as other trails in this nature area, there are TP structures, as well as arched trees, which are arched over and bent to the ground and tucked under other trees or under a rock. There are many of these in various areas all over this nature area. I'm not sure how large it is, but you could spend a week traveling on these paths or trails that they have, and that's probably how long it would take you to travel all of them. And yet there is all of this evidence. So these beings are not that far away from civilization, and it must be by choice, because it is not very far from this area where it gets very, very remote. This is only maybe 45 minutes from Salt Fork, Ohio, which is kind of famous for Bigfoot sightings. They have even named one of their picnic areas the Bigfoot area. This place, as Salt Fork, has been featured on some of the national television shows doing research into the Bigfoot subject. So these beings stay close to human civilization. If you look, you may be able to see evidence of them. I have found small footprints, which it might have been a small child, but it was on a nature trail. It was just after a rain. I could see definition because through the water that was in it. The picture that I took is on this video, but the light reflected off of the water and you cannot see into it to view the foot definition, which is in the puddle. So they do come around humans, maybe out of curiosity, maybe because of food supply. They might get into our garbage and such. So the possibility of you having some type of interaction with a Bigfoot is possible. Now, obviously, they are large, they are scary, and there is always the possibility of things going bad or wrong. Be aware of your senses. If you get the feeling that you should not be there, get out. Listen to your inner sense, your sixth sense. God gave it to you for a reason. Let me just add one more thing here. While on one of the hikes with my wife and my son and a few of my son's friends in this nature area in Stark County, Ohio, my son picked up a stick and headed for a tree, and I said, "No, don't." And yeah, he did. He whacked it 3 times. Within 5 seconds, there was a return 3 knocks back. Now it sounded like rock on wood. The hairs on my body stood on end, and my son said, "Did you hear that? I'm going to try it again." I said, "No!" And he did it again, of course. And guess what? 3 knocks back again. Needless to say, we got out of there very quickly. And I just thought I would tell you that. And hopefully this should give you something to think about the next time you go to a public park, hiking, walking trail area. Something to think about, something to be aware of. Listen to your sixth sense. Pay attention to your surroundings. You may just have your encounter where you are. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by and listening to the video. Leave comments below. I would love to get into interaction with you on there. Subscribe, share, and like. Have a great day. Once again, another great story. Thanks for tuning in. Please share your encounter. Email us, bfrealencounters@mail.com. Your story is very important. We will treat it with the respect that it deserves. Also, be sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Thanks once again. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Watch out for our next video. Maybe we'll feature yours. Have a great day.